The girls led the way. We crossed a vast swath of grass heading downhill to where the trees cast gloomy shadows by the canal. It was only when we reached the trees that I realized how tall and thick they were. The belt of trees was like a small jungle, minus the vines, undergrowth and monkeys. I grabbed a last glance over my shoulder. The food center looked far away, its lights small and bright in the distance. Suddenly I felt a shiver ripple down my spine. "Now everyone follow me," instructed Ashley. I could not help thinking how good she was at giving orders. She followed a narrow track that sloped down through the trees towards the canal. "Fishermen come down here on their way to the canal," Lynn told me. She elbowed my ribs. "You're not scared, are you, Melvin?" I glared at her, shivering in the stiff gust of wind. Ahead somewhere I heard a gurgle of water. Then I heard another sound. Bushes rustling. Suddenly a cat burst from cover and tore past us. I let out a cry of surprise. Ashley laughed and her elbows slammed into my ribs. "Silly boy, Melvin, you must not be a scaredy cat." "I am not," I blurted out fiercely. Lynn leaned closer and whispered, "Don't you know the famous old ghost hunter's proverb? When you see animals run in fear, it means that all the ghosts are near." Jason scowled at her. "Are you sure?" he demanded. "Of course," Ashley said. "Animals can sense when spooks are coming. That's why they run for their lives." "Are you sure?" I mumbled. The hairs on the back of my neck were standing. It felt as though someone had dropped an ice cube down my back. As we crept down the track, I peered up into the branches. Something seized my arm and squeezed it. "Melvin, don't!" Lynn warned in a panic. "Don't what?" I gasped. "Don't look up," she hissed. "You scare off the ghosts if you do that. They like their privacy." My jaws dropped. Was Lynn cuckoo or what? I mean, how could ghosts want privacy? Like, they were dead and nobody could see them anyway. After a few more moments, we reached a small clearing. The full moon silvered the trees, their branches draping the ground with shadows. Ashley raised her hand to signal a stop. She was acting like one of those guys in the jungle movies. She stood frozen in the moonlight before waving us forward. "We'll wait here," she whispered. "Make sure you are covered by shadow. If the ghosts can see us, they will not show themselves." We all huddled together at the base of an enormous tree, blanketed by the dense black shadows. "Now what?" I asked her. "Shush. We wait," she replied. I checked my watch. "Okay," I thought. "Let's see how long it takes before the ghosts give up their ridiculous idea." And so we waited. As the minutes ticked by, I wish I hadn't had that drink at the food center. Now I wanted to use the toilet. After what felt like forever, I checked my watch. I couldn't believe my eyes. "Hey, it says the time is 3:30. I told my friends. "You'd better buy a new watch. A new battery," said Jason. "Your watch is cuckoo." He glanced at his own watch. Confusion flooded his face. "Hey, that can't be right. My watch says it's 3:25. Lynn sucked in a breath. "That means the ghosts are here." "Huh?" I demanded. "You don't expect me to believe that ghosts spoil watches?" "But they do, Melvin," she whispered. She held up her bare wrist. "See? Ashley and I left our watches at home so they would not get spoiled." What? I yelled. My dad would kill me if anything happens to my watch. Ashley stared at me and shook her head. You boys do not know anything, do you? When your watch goes crazy, it means a ghostly presence has arrived from another time zone, and their time zone has taken control of yours.